welcome back to my channel. I am excited today because I am in my kitchen, but I am not going to be filming a Disney recipe for you today. Today I'm doing the Q&A, excuse me, my very first Q&A, answering your questions that you posted over on Instagram and on Twitter. So right now I'm going to make myself coffee because I need it. And then we can get started. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Joann. I have a blog called Love Always Joann, and I will link it below. I started my YouTube channel last year to create Disney recipes for the year. I am continuing this year, as well as adding some new content as well. I have twin boys, and they are 9 years old. My son Michael has autism and is nonverbal. So I'm also going to share a little bit more about autism, excuse me, and our life with autism. So I hope that it will give you a better insight to what it's like for my son and what it's like for families with autism. So let me get this coffee going, then we're going to sit down and I'm going to answer those questions. Okay, coffee is done. I have my questions. I was going to sit down, but I'm going to stand for a little bit because I sit obviously all day for work. So I'm going to stand. Okay, before we start, I just want to thank you all for sending in your questions. I was very surprised. I honestly didn't think I was going to get one question, and and I was kind of afraid of some of the questions that could be asked. So most of them were normal. So I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who did send in a question. So the first question was, how was your Christmas? Thank you for asking. My Christmas was very good. If you are new to following me or to my channel, Christmas has always been my favorite holiday. It still is. It has changed over the last few years, mainly because my mom passed away 2 days after Christmas in 2013. In February of 2014, Michael was diagnosed with autism. So Christmas can be a very, I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. And we don't want this video to be 3 hours, Joann. I had a good Christmas. Our Christmases have been getting better. And I don't mean that they were bad, but what I'd like to say is that from 2013 up into the last 2 years, I would say, of our Christmas holidays, it has been better. It's better to deal with. It's better to get through. And there's a few reasons for that. Obviously, you know, as the time goes on, and my mom is not here with us anymore, I'm not going to say it gets easier, but you just learn how to adjust to the new way of celebrating holidays, especially for Christmas, because that was her favorite holiday. And I think it also has to do with being an autism mom. My son Michael did not, I don't want to say recognize, I did not really respond to Christmas the way his brother Alex responds from very young until, I would say, probably the last 2 years. Michael is more aware, more able to understand what is going on, and that he has gifts and that he can unwrap them himself. He's more interactive with playing with them. So I would say, that first Christmas after my mom passed away, that year, the 2013, was probably the worst. One, because Michael was it was very early on in his diagnosis. He had a lot of tantruming, did not sleep well, did not eat well. It was difficult that first year. But like I said, it has been getting better, thankfully. And it's a process. Every year, it's like you set yourself up for these expectations of being a Hallmark movie Christmas, and it doesn't work. And my advice is, don't set yourself up for that, because especially if you're an autism parent, it is not going to look like that. And really, seriously, I don't think anybody's looks like a Hallmark Christmas. But you have to enjoy it for what it is for you and your family. And for us, for my family, it's about remembering my mom and trying to share the memories of my Christmases with my mom and my dad, with my boys, and hopefully they they will have good memories for themselves as they get older. So our Christmas was good. Just me, my sister, my brother-in-law, my husband, and my father. It's usually just us on Christmas Day. We stay here, and we usually cater. That's something new that we've done since my mom passed away. Usually, she would cook, we would cook. We did try after, but it was just too much. So on Thanksgiving, we cook. On Christmas, we cater. Okay, so brings me to my next question, which is, why do you enjoy cooking and baking? I have no idea. I'm gonna say it's just something that gives me the ability to be creative, to be able to try new things. And I think it's really just in the family. My mom cooked, my grandparents cooked, even on my dad's side. Cooking and baking is huge in my family. I guess because we're Italian. I'm Sicilian. And, those family recipes are part of my life. And cooking and baking is all part of it. So I just, when I had the idea of cooking Disney recipes, I was a little nervous about it, because cooking and having everybody watch me cook, and I don't have all the kitchen equipment that everybody else has. I barely have what I need, and I just I enjoy doing it. So yesterday I did record a Disney video recipe, and I'm going to be honest with you, I may not post it, and it's just because when I played it back, when I was looking at it through editing, it just there were some glitches, and so I may not even show that one. But what I was explaining in yesterday's video that I recorded, that I am going to add more than just Disney videos, Disney recipe videos. I am going to cook, I am going to bake, I'm going to go through my my eCookbooks. I have a shop on Etsy that I sell digital download cookbooks. These are my family recipes. I will probably make a few from there. I was also thinking of dinner ideas, breakfast ideas, lunch, that sort of thing. So there'll be more than just the Disney recipes. So I don't know, I just like it. I would say I like baking more than I like cooking. I will say that. Okay, now, do you have a place you always wanted to visit but haven't yet? Of course. I want to go back to Europe. My husband and I went 2 weeks to Europe for our honeymoon. We went to Italy, France, Spain. Was that it? Italy, France, and Spain? I think that's it. Yes. And we spent some time on land, and we did a couple of days in Madrid, a couple of days in Barcelona, and then we took a cruise. And I really want to go back to Europe. I do want to see more of France. Definitely want to see more of Italy. And I actually I just want to be able to travel normally. And right now it's a mess. Yeah, so, but I think that the one place that I would like to visit, one place that I haven't been to but always wanted to visit, I kind of want to say Hawaii. My parents took a cruise to Hawaii many years ago, and my mom did not like it, which is unheard of, right? It's Hawaii, it's tropical, palm trees, beach. Wow, what do you mean you don't like it? But they took a cruise. She got sick on the cruise. They both got really sick on the cruise. It was just a disaster for them. But I do remember her saying she really liked Waikiki. She didn't say anything about any of the other islands, but that one, for some reason, she liked it. So not because she said she liked it that I want to go, but I always wanted to go. And this is going to be a funny story, and I know I'm trying to make this short. My earliest memory of Hawaii is when the Brady Bunch went to Hawaii. Now, I know I'm aging myself here, but look, the Brady Bunch was a hit TV show when I was a kid, and they took a family trip to Hawaii. And ever since then, I was like, I want to go to Hawaii too. I know many of you watched Full House, and they went to Disney World. Well, I guess the Hawaii trip is like my Disney World. I don't know. But that's one place that I would like to go. I don't know if I could take the plane ride. I may have to stop in California for a night and then go, but that's kind of like, hit or miss. Okay, thank you. The next question is, where do you work? Ha. Besides social media. Well, I never thought of my job as social media, but I guess it's part of it. I work for a private college. I work in enrollment services. I try to get students to enroll into our college, and I set them up on visits for admissions. Now, I do it in a couple different ways. I am a chat operator, so I am online all day answering questions on a chat form. I also do phone calls where the student requested information, and I'm calling them back and giving them that information. So that's what I do. I work part-time, only 25 hours a week. This is all that I could do right now because of really because I have 2 kids that are 9 years old, and like I said, Michael has autism. We do home therapy after school. So me working 9 to 5 is not going to work, so I work 9 to 3 just at the time that they get out, and I'm able to be here for them. So that's what it is. Okay, the next question is, what was your favorite vacation? Kind of ties into the other one, but I would have to say definitely my honeymoon is up there. That was probably the best vacation I ever had. Second would be my Disney World trip in 2019 with my boys and my husband and my whole family. We had a group of 16 of us rent a huge home in Orlando. It had 9 bedrooms, I think 7 bathrooms, a pool. We had the best time. My boys had the best time, and if they have a good time, that's all I need. So that was definitely, I guess, two favorite vacations. Tell us a favorite memory before you had kids And a favorite memory after you had kids. My favorite memory before I had kids was probably when I was pregnant with them, because it was actually, my mom was still, obviously my mom was still alive. My mom passed away when my kids were a little bit over a year old. So she was very excited, so excited about having grandkids. We had waited, we had tried many years to have kids. So when I was finally pregnant with twins, she was overjoyed. But my favorite memory is actually Christmas Eve, 2011. My boys were born in May 2012, and the reason why it's that memory is because we spend the Christmas Eve with my my aunt and uncle at their house, my mom's sister, and I just remember everybody being so excited and so happy that I was pregnant. I don't want to cry here. I have a picture of me and my mom, and I'm gonna try to find it and I'll insert it here. But that's just one of my favorite memories. I have so many. I mean, you live a whole lifetime here. There's gonna be, some memories, of course, that stand out to you. When my husband proposed, that was like the biggest shock of my life, because I really did not expect that at all. We had been dating for 10 years, so for him to propose, that was that was some memory. But again, it was like one of those memories that will stay with you for a lifetime. And I guess my favorite memory after you had kids. Wow. Okay. It would have to be when I turned 50. My husband planned a trip to Las Vegas, and he really, planned a big surprise. He went all out. We stayed in the Bellagio. He had limo service from the airport, and he took me to see Jennifer Lopez, her show, in Vegas. So that was probably after kids, I guess. That is a big memory. I don't know. I mean, there's so many, because, with the kids, I have a lot of memories with them as well. I think I always look back at a picture from Halloween, their first Halloween, and or maybe second Halloween, because we took them pumpkin picking, and I just always remember that day because they were so little and the pumpkins were so big, and it's just always on my mind. But that's it. I'm going to take a break because I need to go and get my coffee before it gets cold. I'll be right back. Okay, so next question. If a genie granted you 3 wishes, what would they be? That's easy. 1, Michael didn't have autism and he could talk. My number 1. Number 2, my mom would still be here. Number 3, that my dad's cancer would be wiped out. Yeah, that would be it. Okay. Do you have any favorite charities that you support? St. Jude, St. Jude's Children's Hospital. I usually try to donate to them every year. They do have it where you can do monthly donations. I wish I was able to financially. I'm just not there yet, but I do try to donate to them as often as I can. It's just so important to me, because I can't imagine having a child with cancer, and anything that I could do, I'm there for it. Okay. What was my favorite job? I haven't had any. No. My favorite job. Okay, I've had so many jobs, and this may or may not be a surprise to you, but I've been fired from most of them. I'm not ashamed to say it, because you know what? I hated them. Most of them anyway. I am just not an office worker. I need a job where I can, be a little bit more creative. First of all, I'm an introvert. Introverts in an office environment do not mix. I don't know if anybody else out there is like that, but that's just me. I don't, yeah, it doesn't work for me. My favorite job, I would have to say, oh my God, I honestly didn't have any favorite jobs. I mean, I had jobs that were fair, that were good, that I enjoyed while I did them for a while, but and I've had weird jobs. I'm not gonna lie. I've had some strange ones. I was hazmat certified. Yes, I was, and I loaded hazmat material onto an aircraft. Don't even ask me how I got into that, because that's a whole story for another video, but that was probably, but I did enjoy that part. I did enjoy that for some time. But I like my job that I have now. I like that I could work from home. I wish, it was more money, but don't we all? But yeah, so, I mean, I think my job that I have today is probably the most rewarding, because, I am helping high school students and adults, further their education and their careers, and hopefully their, their life. But yeah, I can't say I really had an overall favorite. No, not gonna happen. Okay, next one is, what are the most important qualities you look for in a friend? Honesty, trustworthy, and funny. Funny as hell, because I love funny people. I think I'm funny. No? I just like a sense of humor, really. Not that you have to be a stand-up comedian every time we hang out. I have very good friends. Most of my friends are not living in the state of New Jersey. I have one in Texas, and I have one in California. I do have one here in New Jersey, and we have been friends since we were in seventh grade. Seventh grade. Yeah, seventh grade. We were best friends all through grammar school, high school, a little bit after high school, and we kind of lost contact. I moved out of the town that we lived in, and just, life circumstances take over. I reconnected with her at my mom's funeral wake. She actually, read in the paper that she had passed away, and that's how we reconnected, which I am so grateful for, because I feel like it's very hard to find good friends, and friends that know you really inside out, and that is her. And she, all my friends actually, I have my friend Melanie in Texas and my friend Lisa in California, and I've known them probably over 30 years, I think, but they don't live nearby. I wish they did. I don't get to see them hardly at all. I can't even remember the last time I actually saw them in person. I'm going to say the 90s, probably from my friend in Texas. Lisa, I did see. She came to watch my boys when we went to my mom's funeral service. She was actually visiting. She's originally from the East Coast, so she was visiting, and she happened to be here, and she was able to watch my boys for us. So that was the last time that I got to see her, which really is not. It stinks because, you know, you want to see your friends, but everybody's so far away. Anyway, let's go on. Let me get my coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, I had to reheat it because I'm talking way too much, and I could see the timer on this, and this is just going to be way too long. So let's try to get through this. My next question is, what was your favorite Disney recipe that you made? I'm going to say so far my favorite one was the cheeseburger wraps. What are they called? What were they called from Adventureland? I think it was the wrap with the cheese and the ground beef and the cheese in it. Loved them. I love them. And what was my least favorite? The one I made yesterday. Oh God. I made yesterday the tiger tail breadsticks. Didn't do anything for me, and I'm pretty sure it was me. I don't think it was the recipe. I just think maybe I missed something. I don't know. I just didn't really care for it that much. So I may redo it because, like I said, the video is a mess, but we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna get down to 2 more questions, and then that is it because this is going too long. I lost my place. Boy, let me get. All right. Okay. What's it like being an autism mom? Real life. That's what it says. Real life. Okay. Real life. It is hard as hell. Probably the hardest. That's the hardest job. And yes, it is a job because it is continual. I mean, it's my life, but it is like a job that never ends. And I love Michael. I would do anything for him, but it is hard. Very, very, very hard. If you know somebody who has a child with autism, you may already know how difficult it is. You may have watched them or experienced something with them, but it could be a roller coaster. It's like you have your good days and then you have your bad days, and then throw in no sleep, throw in some tantrums, and you really have a difficult day. However, Michael is a wonderful, smiley kid. I mean, I have to say, even his autism does not hold him down. It does not stop him from doing what he wants. And he has improved so much. You know, my hope for him is that he has some kind of quality of life. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that more talking so he could communicate better. But it is very hard being an autism mom. It's rewarding. It could be rewarding. You know, like I said, it's a roller coaster, up and down every day. If you follow me on social media, I do try to share some of it there. Some of it I don't. Out of respect for my son, some of it that is really unthinkable is the stuff that I'm not sharing. But I do plan to speak more about autism and share more here as well. So I think we're going to wrap it up here because I have been talking way too much, and I don't know, you know, I don't want it to be, you know, maybe I'll have to split this in 2. I don't even know. But that's it, guys. I appreciate all of you sending in your questions. If there's any more questions you have, please put them in the comments below. I will either answer them there, or yeah, I'll probably answer your questions there. So if you have any more questions, please feel free to put them below. If you haven't subscribed and this is your first time watching a video of mine and you made it to the end, God bless you. And please, if you liked it, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I post my next Disney recipe video, other recipe videos. I don't know. Who knows what's next? Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.